Hey everybody, how's it going? So today is the big day. If you're watching this video, the Patreon is now live. If you want to support me and also get into the Discord server, you will now have to go through Patreon, and the link is going to be www.patreon.com/Theta Gang Options, and the link is going to be scrolling at the bottom of this video as well. And the way this is going to work is that there are multiple tiers depending on how you want to use the Discord server. I know we have a lot of lurkers that they're not interested in commenting, they just want to read a lot of the chats and the comments on the server, which is perfectly fine. So there's a lower price tier for them. There's a mid-price tier for people that just want to chat. And then the highest tier is for people, it will essentially unlock all of the server and they will be able to get into the voice channels as well. And what we're going to be doing is every weekend, we're going to have an options trade idea live stream where a bunch of Discord users can get together, discuss trade ideas and thoughts for the upcoming trading week, so we can all kind of get a game plan together. That's going to happen every weekend now. Also, last night, if you weren't in the Discord server already, we live streamed a seminar about technical analysis, which was very well received. A lot of good information there. And we're actually going to be doing that every night this week. And for all future upcoming seminars and live streams, you're going to have access to that as well. But that's going to be for the highest tier if you get access to the voice channel. So make sure you sign up. The way it's going to work is that the earlier you sign up, or the early adopters, they're going to be able to lock in a lower price forever. So the longer you wait, if you decide to get in later on, you may end up paying a little bit more per month, unless you're going to wait for a cheaper slot to open up, which there is no guarantee that it will ever open up because we have a lot of users in the Discord server right now. We actually currently have 500 people in the server right now. So space is limited. And so if you're not familiar with Patreon, the first thing you're going to have to do is to log in and create a Patreon account. And then once you're registered, you're then going to be taken to this homepage of mine, and you're going to select which membership level you'd like to choose. And after you select your option, you're going to log into the Discord server, and you're going to automatically get access to the Discord server with the appropriate permissions based on your tier level. I'm not interested in being the biggest Discord server. I want to be the best. So I'm not looking to have 2,000 people in the Discord server. I'd rather have a small community of serious, active traders, knowledgeable people, friendly people, and that we can all make money together. So quick plug, if you're not in the Discord server, hop in my Patreon and sign up. So coming at you a little bit earlier today because tonight the Discord server is going to go live for the first time. So I want to make sure I'm available for people to answer questions. So it's about midday. It's currently almost 2 p.m. Eastern time, and I made some big plays today. So, you know, in my video from last night, I kind of talked about how I was in a bit of a funk and I just didn't feel like I was in the zone. Well, I got a good night's sleep, and I think I was in the zone this morning because I was taking a look at AMD. It opened up green, but then we had a pretty significant sell-off early in the morning where it's actually in the red by about 0.3%. We kind of bounced up and down a little bit. And I thought this was a good buying opportunity because AMD just broke to 90 yesterday. I think 100 is going to be the next stop. So I want to get in if it does rally to 100. So I sold 2 cash secured puts on AMD at the $85 strike price. So let's take a look. You can see right now, it's still bouncing up and down today. Nvidia had a conference today, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. But let's take a look at the options chain on AMD. So I sold some cash secured puts because I didn't have any shares or any open positions on AMD actually in quite some time. So I'm happy to get back in the AMD game. But I sold my 2 puts at the 85 strike price, and I actually sold them for $37 per contract. And as you can see, I'm already a little bit profitable. I'm actually profitable by $10 per contract because it's now trading at 27. So I'm happy about that. And so those were my 2 plays I put on AMD. I also opened up a couple other plays actually. So as you know, I kind of fat fingered some QQQ call this past Friday, and that was for the 300 strike. And I kind of panicked because I didn't think QQQ was going to get to 300 by end of day Friday. And judging by today's graph, it looks like I'm going to be wrong. So what I did at that time on Friday was I turned my naked call into a call credit spread because I sold the 299 call to counteract or essentially create a spread out of the 300 call that I bought. So that wasn't looking too good right now because as you can see, QQQ is about 299 and some change. It's only about 60 cents away from breaking 300. So that means that I am pretty much set as of right now to take my max loss on this call credit spread, which is $100, not accounting for premiums, because the strikes are $1 width apart between 299 and 300. So then I thought to myself this morning, okay, how can I make this a better situation? So what I did was I then opened up a put credit spread on the opposite side. And between a put credit spread and the call credit spread, I've now turned my position into an iron condor. So what I did was I sold a put credit spread at the 290, 285 put levels. So what I did was I ended up selling the 290 strike put, and then I bought 285 strike put. And the difference in premium, I collected a net of $42 in premium. So that's my max profit. So in theory, my offsetting put credit spread will take away a little bit of the pain that I'm going to get when I get max loss on my call credit spread, assuming we don't have a pullback on QQQ by end of day Friday, which is what I'm rooting for. So right now, I have a put credit spread on the downside for QQQ and a call credit spread on the upside for QQQ. So for both of my spreads to get max profit, I need QQQ to trade or end of day Friday close between 290 and 300. So I have a $10 wide gap there where if QQQ closes between 290 and 300, I will collect a max profit on both the call credit side and the put credit side. And then my max profit at that point is going to be $42 on my put side plus the $19 on my call side. So we'll have to wait and see. I'm kind of trying to manage this. I mean, I think this is a good example of how to manage a bad position because I got myself into a bad position by not taking my time because I accidentally bought the QQQ 300 strike call. I did not mean to do that, but I'm making the best of a not so great situation. I'm basically turning a lemon into a lemonade in my opinion, but who knows? If QQQ closes between 290 and 300, then I'll look like a genius by end of day Friday. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. Stay tuned for that. Now, the other play that I opened up today, yes, I kind of went ham this morning, was Nvidia. Because today, Nvidia had a kind of release conference on their new generation of GPUs. And we actually live streamed it live in the Discord server. So again, make sure you sign up for the correct tier that if you want to hop in on these live streams and live chats, you can hop in there with a whole bunch of other people from Discord. So Discord had a pretty strong run up this morning, and I think that was the run up leading up to this conference because they were going to release the new generation of chips. I'm sure it was going to be good news, so people were kind of bullish on Nvidia like I was. So I wanted to get in on the action. So I sold a put credit spread on Nvidia, again, because I couldn't afford selling cash secured puts on Nvidia because it's trading in the mid 500s. That would require around $55,000 worth of capital to sell a cash secured put. So what I did was I opened up a put credit spread on Nvidia at the 520 and 515 strikes. So what I did was I sold the 520 put here, and then I bought back the 515 put. So my max loss, because the difference between the strikes is $5, is $500. Again, not accounting for the premiums that I received, but my net profit on these options is actually going to be $204 minus $149 because those are the two premiums that I received. So my max profit on this spread is going to be $55 by end of day Friday, as long as Nvidia stays above $520, which I think it will. You know, it's been hovering around 550 all day long. I mean, if we look at this graph, they kind of had this nice jump up during the conference because they released a lot of good news, in my opinion. A little bit of a sell-off, which may just be profit taking here, but hopefully we trade flat now for the rest of the week. But I have a good roughly $30 buffer between where my strikes are and where the share price is currently. So I think if we trade flat or a little bit green all week, I should be good to go. I'm actually profitable right now on my Nvidia spread by about 10 bucks. So if I really wanted to, I could just close it out at the end of the day, make some taco money and call it a day. But we'll have to see how that plays out. My last trade that I have on is my space covered calls. Again, space kind of rocketed up early in the morning, and I kind of, again, left a little bit of money on the table because the space calls were trading around the mid 30s, and I sold them for $31 last Friday. But you can see we had a pretty significant sell-off on space. I tried to get some space cash secured puts filled because it was a red day, but I just couldn't get filled. I was looking at the $14.50 or $15 strikes, but there just wasn't a lot of volume there, and I couldn't get filled at the price that I wanted to, so I just let it go. But you can see we were at a red day, then we traded flat for the rest of the day. But my space covered calls, I sold them at the 19 strike, which is my cost basis. I sold them for $31. As you can see, it's now trading for 14 because it was a red day today. So I am pretty significantly profitable on those, so I'm happy about that. But that was my trading day as of today. I know the market still is open, but I needed to record this video and get it out because tonight, like I said, the Discord server is going to go live. So as I said in the beginning of the video, make sure you get in there early if you're thinking about getting in there. A lot of good people in there, a lot of good discussion, a lot of good information, especially when the market is open. And like I said, I'm planning on doing some live streaming on the evenings and also the weekends for these seminars and workshops and tutorials. So make sure you're in there if you're not already. We're going to favor the early adopters because they can lock in a low price forever. So as always, if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the Discord server, leave them in the YouTube comments below, or tweet me on Twitter. And as always, happy trading.